Alright guys, let's get back in the old Wayback Machine. This is a beer I haven't had in such a long time. It's been in the keg and the keezer for, geez, a couple months now. It is the last attempt at a kind of a New Englandish IPA. It turned out quite a bit darker than I wanted, but there it is. Still dark, not quite the color that I wanted. But let's flip it around and we'll get a smell and all that good stuff. It smells good. It probably smells better now than it did back when I first kegged it. Ooh, taste has changed quite a bit. Yeah, anyway, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. We'll talk about everything that I've done this week. So tonight's Tuesday night, so tomorrow is Homebrew Wednesday! Ow! Woo! Ow! It's Wednesday. So yeah, let's talk about an old ass beer. This old man's tired. So the flavor on that beer, it's kind of the juicy thing is kind of falling away. Brown ale kind of falling away. It's kind of got this, still got this kind of, almost like dark fruit thing going on, but taste has changed a lot and it's good. It's pretty good. I really enjoy that beer. Yeah, the smell on it though, still crazy citrus. It's pretty crazy citrus. So, let's talk about what I've done. So, behind me is the RO system. It's up, it's working, everything's plumbed. I'm currently making water again, clean water. Because I used all the water today as rinse water. I'm on vacation this week. Let me move you guys over. I'm on vacation this week. So, from work, I was supposed to be in Florida this week. Well, all that stuff got canceled, so I decided to go ahead and take vacation anyway. So I'm at home, kind of giving the wife kind of a rest because she's been here playing homeschool teacher and trying to get her 8-hour-a-day job done at the same time. So here I am. So what I've done, I got the RO system finished. I got more video than I need for that. I've got video of the first time I actually used it to go through that little, see that right there? Through all that little mechanism right there. That's the flow meter and the valve, all that stuff. So yeah, everything worked great, exactly as I wanted to. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm happy where it's at, but I'm not happy where it's at. I've got it sitting right next to the, let me show you guys. I'll show you guys right where it's at, about my big fucking head. So that's it, right there, right? You see the feed line right now is filling. I effed myself. I didn't order enough of the correct garden hose fitting to run from. You see that little line that's hanging to the left that's pointing down right now. So I need a female garden hose to female cam lock for that. But the thing is, that sink is so small. When I start washing things, I'm gonna spray water all over it. And up there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've got hooks up there. That's where I hang all my hoses to dry. Well, it's gonna be right on top of that barrel, which is not gonna be good. You guys see that, like, different colored concrete there? I would have had all this stuff done. I could not get the fucking tap cons to work right. The tap cons that I've got holding everything else on in this basement that I will plumbed for this brewing system. Same drill, same tap cons. The other day, when I tried to get into work, fucking tap cons are breaking off, chipping big chunks of concrete out. It was an absolute nightmare. One of those days where you just kind of want to forget about everything and just drink. So what I ended up doing, I ordered some because I don't want to go anywhere. I could have got them at Lowe's, 10 minutes in the house. I ordered some anchors, number 10s, button head screws. So Phillips head number 10 screws. They're about 1.5 inches long. They come with anchors that can either go in drywall or concrete. So those 2 new valves, I've got those in the wall with those, and they work amazing. Well, excuse me, jeez. So what else have I done? Saturday night, man, I was ready to give up this whole entire homebrew hobby of mine. I kegged my SJ Pour trial run beer, and I had nothing but trouble with that beer. The adjunct I've got in it. Next time I do it, I'm gonna put that in these. Should have been maybe 2 of these. I couldn't get it to work. I got 4 gallons in a keg, and that was me just working my ass off to get 4 gallons in a keg. I used my stainless steel racking cane, right? You guys have seen these. They've got a rubber check ball in there. Then they've got an O-ring. Then there's a black cap for that. And me trying to get the siphon going actually blew that O-ring and the check ball and the cap off of here. So this thing was absolutely useless. The racking cane would not work. Auto siphon, whatever you want to call it, was absolutely functionless. 4 gallons. Then I had to fish through all the adjunct, the dead yeast, the live yeast, the gallon or so left liquid in there, and try to find those as I was putting everything into the toilet upstairs. So it looked like somebody had diarrhea all over the place. It's amazing. But the beer is good. The beer is really freaking good. I can't go into detail what I like about it and what I'm kind of disappointed about, but it's pretty good. So really, the only thing I got left for the RO system, I've got 2 stainless steel bulkheads, which are just like those, a 3/4 inch, 3/4 MPT outside with a 1/2 inch MPT ID threads. Once I get those, I'll swap those out. I don't have the clamp on the lid on that, so everything's fine. But I filled it up the other day. The float works. Everything works fine. And I'm waiting on. I don't know if you guys have seen the that like stainless steel water hose that I've got connected to that faucet that is drinking water safe. So I've got another one of those, a 5-footer coming, which is why you see 2 valves there. The 5-foot will get me from the pump head up and taking a right as you look at me, then going straight back, then up. That'll connect to that valve. So yeah, that's it. I need a fucking haircut, but yeah, all the barbershops and all that stuff are closed down in Ohio. Can't go visit them. So yeah, and today you'll see a video of it. I was cleaning my temperature probe in my boil kettle, and I dropped it in the cleaning solution, and I dried it out, let it dry off. Well, now it fluctuates like 30 or 40 degrees as it tries to read temperature. So went ahead and I ordered 3 probes, one for the boil kettle, then 2 more. One will go into the hot liquor tank, the other one will go into the mash tun. Those are just backups, just in case, because if anything goes bad during a brew day, I don't have anything to fix it. There's a way to get around it, but I don't have anything to fix it. I've got 6 beers left in the yeast experiment. Since Saturday or Sunday, I just this whole coronavirus and me working in Kentucky, living in Ohio, things got me. I'm bugging, man. I'm bugging. I got way too much anxiety about all this stuff, and I'm not worried about me getting it. I'm just wanting to be able to work. I want a paycheck. That's my issue. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But I just haven't really felt like getting a whole lot of that done lately. So anyway, I've got a shit. My boil kettle was absolutely filthy. I say absolutely filthy, but it wasn't that bad. It had some beer stone on it, and everything's cleaned up. And man, I cleaned it up. Everything looks freaking great. But the ball valves weren't all that dirty. Weren't as dirty as I thought they were going to be. Now the dirty ones were the Herms coil and the mash tun. Those things were dirty, and I do a recirculation with alkaline brewer's wash for a half an hour when I'm done brewing every time. And I let that go, and I let that go. Well, no matter how many times you do that, and you rinse it and all that stuff, there's still stuff in there. Anytime you have a threaded union there, just like this one, it's not a sanitary union, right? There's always something in there, so it catches things. But anyway, that stuff, this is all hot side, doesn't affect anything, right? It doesn't really affect the flavor or anything like that. So it's just cleanliness. It's just, you want to get it clean. So I'm trying to think. I think I got everything in. I mean, I've been busy mother bitch right last few days getting all this stuff done. There's going to be I've already talked for 10 minutes. There's probably another 10 or so minutes worth of video about this RO system, but I'm currently making water. So, and it's 0 total dissolved solids. So anyway, all right guys, I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of stuff, but see you guys next weekend. And I went ahead, I spent way too much money. I bought 55 pounds worth of Pilsner, Breeze Pilsner, and another 60-pound Diddle Vault. So I've got a couple projects. I got to find something to do with all my hoses, somewhere to hang them so they can dry. Then I've got to do something with that Diddle Vault, which will be fine. It can just sit next to the other two, not a big deal. So that's it. Kind of hunkering down. Yeah, got a lot of cleaning done, a lot of shit just in the brewery that just needs to be done, you know. I got some kegs to clean. I got some beer lines I need to get clean. But besides that, life's good. That's it, guys. See you guys next weekend. Cheers. All right, I got everything hooked up. I'm cleaning. I purged and I filtered the RO system. So I've got all that done. Now I'm going through and just running water through the final filter. So I'll just let it run for a while. I did have a little leak right there, but it has since stopped, and I fiddle around with it a little bit. So I'm just sort of cleaning up some of the water. One thing I have done, and I can't fucking fix it, and it's fucking aggravating the fuck out of me, because I can't get the water hose, 3/4 inch water hose fitting. I can't get that to not leak, so squirting the water all over the place. This is why I've got a lot of water all over the place. I just hung a paper towel on there so it catches the splash and pushes it down. But I'm running over 40 psi, so that's acceptable. They don't want you to run anything less than 40. So right now I'll show you the setup I've got. So that's the dip tube. So it runs down that's the inlet side of the pump. Now I went ahead and I bought just a support for the pegs. That way I'm not putting any extra pressure on that fitting, since it's plastic, and this thing will vibrate a little bit. I don't want it to break. So then I've got the same fitting on that side. I had to heat the pegs up to get it over top of the plastic elbow. So I'm hoping that's going to be a good enough seal for the pressure out. I think that one will be fine since it's just sucking. It's not going to be a whole hell of a lot of pressure there. But that one will build up some pressure. But anyway, I'll fix it. I'll do something with it. But anyway, so I've got a 1/2 inch PEX to 1/2 MPT. Then I've got a cam lock. So then, see all this stuff, and I'll open this up and see what I did today. So there's the water running down the float, and there's the dip tube running down. Let's see if I get a better picture of it. There's that. So there's what I did put a little scallop cut on the end of it. So it'll
construct, it's so close to the bottom that it'll kind of create, it'll get to, sometimes like on dip through on a kettle or a kettle, when you make this too close, it won't allow enough room for it to suck enough water, so it'll cavitate. So maybe later I'll pick that up and I'll show you guys. But once I get a few gallons ran through that, I'm gonna clean the bucket out, and I'll put some mildly warm water in there and some PBW, and I'll just recirculate with the pump, using the dig tube out the pump into the bucket, and kind of get that all cleaned up. So all right, that's where I'm at with that. All right, guys, I am getting ready to use the pump for the first time. So right now the barrel's full of water. That is the white line is the feed for the RO filter. Then the white RV line, RV hose, water drinking hose, that's the fill that'll run to the flow meter and valve, which is right back there. So now I've got a line running into my boil kettle, which I've cleaned all my valves and all that stuff. So I'm going to do a clean on the Hermes coil itself and on the heat exchanger. So what I'm going to do is pump water from there through that, and I'm pretty nervous if you can't tell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put about 14 gallons of water in there. So let's see, what is that set at? 17. So we hit set, bump that up to 8, set 48. We'll hit. All right, we'll let that go. So right now I need to come over here and turn the pump on, which will energize everything. Got a problem, got a leak. All right, now I've got that fixed. What happened is I ran enough threads on the end of that hose to engage the rubber O-ring enough. So I've got another O-ring in there, so there's 2 in there now, and now it's fine. So I've got this pressurized, I got that line open. So I've got this there. So right now, all I need to do, because over here, it's ready to go, hit the old run stop button. And it shouldn't. Come on. Why aren't you going? Because I got that valve closed. Dum-dum. Let me reach over here. Okay. Run over here now. I'll get the old run stop, blowing air out of there. But now we're going. So you guys have seen it on the first time. So now I'm actively, so it's filling now a little bit at a time, but now the pump's running, so it's pushing through there and into there. So I should have about 14 gallons. So anyway, well, I'll bring you guys back in a few minutes. All right, so now we're still going. Everything's working fine. This thing doesn't quite pump as fast as tap water, but I've got 16 liters in there, going for a total of 48. So getting close. So I've got my brewer's wash in there. I'm gonna turn the element on, heat it up, and start recirculation. All right, guys. Yeah, I've been running this now for probably half an hour or so. And that's why I'm getting out of lines and out of the chiller and Hermes coil. So I'm coming out, going in, coming out, going in, coming out, going back in. So yeah, one thing I did today when I cleaned my probe down there, I accidentally dropped it in the cleaning solution. So now the temperature's all wonky. It's jumping around like crazy. So one thing I knew I didn't have, I know I don't have spares probes for any of these. If any of these go out, I'm really kind of screwed. So I just went ahead and I ordered two probes,
Those are the 1.5" with half MPT threads, and that one in the back is a 2" with M14 weldless connection. So now I've got something just in case. You've got to have something just in case, right? So, but I switched this cable with the Boyle cable. Same with the RTD, the probes, and yeah, it's definitely the sensor. The cables, everything's the same regardless of which cable I'm using. So yeah.